All right.
But, oh, please. We will check with you later, okay? See you later.
Dan?
Oh, Steve. They're gone. Yeah, it sounds pretty terrible, doesn't it? They're gone.
You didn't have to come to work today, Ann. Jesse would have understood if you stayed home.
Oh, I wouldn't want to stay home rattling around the house alone. No.
Well, I guess it's better to stay busy, isn't it?
Yes.
Steve?
Hi, Steve.
Oh, hi. Lesley, Rick. Ann just told me that Jeff and PJ are on their way.
Yes, they are. No hitches at all. Everything went fine.
I just had a terrific idea. How about us all going out to lunch together? You know, make it kind of a family thing today. I think we could all use some propping up.
Oh, you're so right. I don't know about Audrey. She has a luncheon speech to make today, I believe. But I'll check with her.
Well, I have a couple of phone calls to answer, and I have, I think, 3 patients to see, and then I'm clear.
Fine. Just let us know when you're ready.
All right.
Yeah, I've got to check on some patients myself. Ann, hang in, okay?
Thank you. Now, I think I've convinced myself that Jeff will be as close as the nearest phone.
He'll probably call you the minute he sets foot in Carson City.
Yeah. I think the worst thing was seeing his face. It must have been terrible for him seeing Heather show up when he was leaving for the airport.
It was not the world's most wonderful moment.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All the more reason to believe that Jeff did the right thing by taking his son away from Heather. Excuse me.
Well, I can't tell you what a shock it was to watch Jeff open the door with PJ in his arms, and there was Heather standing right there.
Heather had to know PJ was staying there.
Yes, I'm sure Mrs. Grant let her know that the boy was in good hands.
And yet she went there in spite of Dr. Nelson's orders, instructions.
Instructions?
Well, Jeff told me that Dr. Nelson and him had made some agreements, and one of them was about Heather's visits, and Heather was not supposed to go see her son unless Jeff agreed.
Really?
That's interesting. When she came in, she said she was there to see her mother.
So you think she was lying?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Although if Audrey were here, she'd say I was exaggerating, since Heather's never been one of my favorite people.
Well, I'd really tend to agree with you, except we all did sort of jump to conclusions the day of the memorial service when she showed up at the hospital.
I'm still convinced that was not a coincidence.
But we found out later that Dr. Nelson brought her into town without either one of them knowing about the memorial service.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
The hospital told me I could find you over here.
Join us.
I think I will for a minute. I just left Heather over at Pop Snyder's. She's quite an intriguing lady. Oh, yeah, she's over there in 7th Heaven, playing guardian angel over her best buddy, Heather.
There's one relationship I'm not real crazy about.
Neither am I.
You two mind if I ask you a question while you're both here?
What's that?
How did Heather behave this morning when she came to your house?
I guess considering that her timing brought her there just as Jeff was leaving town with their son, you'd have to say she behaved fairly well.
Did she seem pretty much in control of herself while she was doing that?
I would have to say yes.
Do you think Heather cares at all for her son, or is this just an act?
Oh, good. I'm glad you started off with an easy question.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out what this all means. If Heather is handling herself as well as she appears to be, it could mean that she's starting to get a grasp on reality.
You're saying she's getting better?
Could be.
Joe, Jeff has felt for a long time that this whole thing was a put-on as far as she was concerned. Making it up.
It could be. I don't know, but wherever this improvement stems from, I think we're going to have to take warning to the fact that it may be just a matter of time before Heather starts to take action to get her son back.
Oh, Joe.
It could happen. I'm going to try and get Heather to trust me. Maybe I can make her slip up.
If she's guilty.
Well, the police use 2 things to establish guilt: motive and opportunity, and she had motive.
She tried to kill Diana once before.
But you don't have opportunity.
No, not until I can prove that Heather could have gotten out of that heavy security sanitarium and gotten back in the night Diana was killed. I gotta get going now. We'll see y'all later.
Sure you want to stay for some lunch?
No, I can't. I'll eat on the run. I'm really busy.
Thanks for filling us in.
Yeah, you bet. Annie, call me if you need me.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, see ya. Go ahead, Tom.
to our table, I want to say hello to Lesley Weber.
Yes, sir.
Lesley,
Oh, Tony.
what a nice thing to see you here.
Thank you. You know Rick, of course.
Yes.
And I think you've met Dr. Hardy.
Right.
And this is Ann Logan, a friend of ours.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Mr. Anthony Ketzel.
Very happy to meet you, Miss Logan.
Oh.
I haven't called you, Lesley, because I've been tied up in business meetings, but however, I'm completing the last one tomorrow night, and I hope I can see you after that.
Well, that sounds very nice.
Fine. Then I'll be talking to you then. Miss Logan, Dr. Hardy, Rick.
Tony.
Sorry, but I have to go back to the hospital if it'll roll you.
Emergency?
No, not really, but something strange just came up. Jessie told me on the phone that Heather is asking to see me.
Why would she want to do that?
I have no idea, but I'm certainly going to check it out.
I think you should. No idea what in the world she'd want to talk to you about.
Jessie didn't quite know what to say to Heather, so I told her I'd be right over. So if you let me pay up...
Steve, go ahead. I'm taking everybody out today. All right?
Beg your pardon. I'm taking everybody out today.
You better leave, and she and I will fight this out together, okay?
Well, I'll be referee because I don't think that
was
they're
the
going to
one
let me
who came up
pay
with the
for it.
idea.
So.
I invited everybody.
I'll see you later.
Okay, thanks for letting me come along.
Today.
All right.
You too. No quarrels in public. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye. I wonder what on earth Heather wants.
Strange that she would want to talk to Steve.
I hope seeing PJ didn't give her some kind of setback.